Today I have a request from Iron 1 Jungle Jax. This video is going to focus on early game basic tactics. These tips are foundation to League of Legends tactics, so you should find it useful even if you're not playing jungle. Enjoy! I'll just jump straight into the game. I'm just going to pause here. Imagine this is the loading screen. As a jungler, the very first thing you need to think about is which lane is easy gank early. And there's two things you need to consider for this. First, you need to think about lane priority. Second is CC. I'll explain in detail. If your team have lane priority, they'll be pushing the wave, and with enemy under the turret, it'll be more difficult lane to gank. If the enemy have the priority, your team will be pushing, so it's going to be easy gank. However, there's two important points to this. You need to consider if you can kill the champion. Some champions are capable of 2v1. So you shouldn't just gank because it's a pulled wave. Secondly, if your team is pushing, they're vulnerable to ganks. So you need to predict what the enemy jungler will do. If you know he's going to gank, you can set up counter gank or look for a play elsewhere. Let's look at the lane priority. Teemo is ranged against melee champion Sion. So Teemo will be pushing. Enemy Ahri will be pushing for the same reason. Bot is 2 ranged versus 1 and they have Caitlyn. So bot wave will probably be pulled as well. So you can either look for counter gank at top or gank bot and mid. Now on to the second major point. Which lane have good CC? You're looking for CC that will ease your gank. In this game, Teemo have no CC. Zed have slow and bot have hard CC on Pyke. So bot is ideal lane in terms of CC. Then what should your game plan be? You should be looking for play at bot. Now, you may be asking, why is this important? It's important because it changes how you set up your jungle route. You need to start jungle on the opposite side of where you want to play around. So in this case, you want to play around bot side, so you need to start from top jungle. Why? Imagine you're trying to play around bot and you started bot at red. Then you'll do red and gank or maybe Krugs and gank. But you can no longer gank bot efficiently as your jungle camps are all top side. If you started top at blue, you can slowly work your jungle camps to bot side. Because your bot jungle camps are available, you have more opportunities to play around bot. For example, you can Raptor, gank mid, jungle red, gank bot, jungle Krugs. In low elo, 99.99% of junglers always start at bot. Inefficient jungle pathing isn't the only problem, but it's definitely one of them. Don't waste time in areas like this. You have no vision of enemy invade and cornered yourself. Why risk your flash and possibly death when there's nothing to gain? If you used your ward early game, switch out to Oracle Lens. As long as you start recall by 1 minute or 30 seconds before the buff spawn, you can make it back just in time. At level 1, wards have 240-second cooldown compared to Oracle Lens 90 seconds. Since you can't ward for 4 minutes, you may as well remove the enemies as you gank. If anyone knows why red lost aggro, please let me know. You have Machete on Jax, which means you need to focus around jungle camps with fewer monsters. So Raptors is your least favorite jungle camp. Consider which jungle camps you can clear fast. Faster jungle means more experience plus healthier champion. This is why League of Legends isn't textbook game and you need to adapt. I've talked about lane priority earlier. So top should be pushing and bot should be pulling in champion matchups. But both lanes are the complete opposite. So even though I said gank bot is a good plan, you're wasting time with this one. Enemy bot duo will be shoved in. So it's impossible to get a gank here. So you shouldn't be sitting in the bush for this long. Then what should you do? Look for efficient jungle path. Scuttle just came up, your bot lane have priority. You need to shift the fight to the scuttle and head towards top. I meant head top into your jungle, not the enemies. You have no good reason to be invading here. Both your top and mid don't have priority. So even if you run into Fiddle here, enemy team will have faster reinforcements. Even checking for Scuttle will be risky. So invading is a huge mistake. You ping Teemo for assistance, but there's nothing he can do. You invaded when laners don't have priority. And as expected, mid who also have priority is faster to roam, and you're dead. You scouted enemy top jungle except for Raptors. But since Fiddle was close to Raptors when he died, he'll likely clear that. Then there's no jungle camps left at top. What will he do next? He can head bot or recall and bot. So what should you do? You need to ping enemy bot jungle. Let's pause here and recall your engage against Fiddle earlier. What information can you get from this? You can see Fiddle have both red and blue buff, even though your red buff ran out. So it means he invaded your blue. You can also know Fiddle cleared 8 camps because it's 4 CS per camp. From information you've gathered, Krugs isn't one of that 8. So there's maximum of 2 jungle camps at top and 3 at bot. That's only 5 camps he cleared in his jungle. So potentially, your entire top jungle could have been invaded. So you shouldn't be risking your precious jungle route going into top jungle. You should clear the bot jungle, which will give time for top jungle to respawn. Your top side and Teemo is low on health and pinging for assistance. What should you do? Sion is level 8 and in good condition. He can easily dive Teemo, so going top to assist him is good choice. But you don't go there to assist him with a gank. You go there to help him push the wave quickly to create a window for Teemo to recall. You need to look to play with your teammates. Mid and bot don't have priority, so Scuttle will be risky. However, you know Fiddle just took the rift. So you can go for the Scuttle and run if mid or bot goes missing. Bot is pushing. So good call to engage. Good play not to use Q first. It's best to save your mobility skill until you have to. If you don't know whether enemy have flash or not, assume they do. Save your Q until they flash. Targeting the champion your team can follow up on is very nice play as well. But you did waste your Q here. Caitlyn still didn't use flash and was probably dead anyway. So if you saved your Q, you might have been able to jump onto Nami to force her flash. You haven't checked any of the enemy jungle camps and lost track of Fiddle. So Fiddle could be heading bot after that rift. So you shouldn't be just charging in at Ahri without your teammates in position. Never mind Fiddle. You shouldn't be charging in at Ahri even if it was one-on-one. Next one requires you to watch the whole play, and it's fairly long. So I'll do my best with minimal pause. Heading bot in case of dragon is understandable call, but there is a problem with this. Let's assume they were going for dragon. Are you going to teamfight? Ahri is behind in CS, but she got double kill and have the lead. Your bot is behind in gold and used their ult just moments ago. And what about the jungle? Fiddle is extremely fed and doubling your CS. So if a teamfight starts at dragon, you'll lose 9 out of 10 fights. So while Fiddle is stuck at dragon, you need to make a play elsewhere. So I would have headed into top jungle to look for gank at top or mid. Don't be afraid to give up on objectives to make a play elsewhere. And warding the dragon is a definite problem. You still have some Scuttle vision left. You should be taking Krugs first and ward the dragon when it expires. And as you were warding, Fiddle showed up on the mini-map. During laning phase, you need to take a look at enemy jungle's condition whenever they show up. And if you did, you'll have seen him spawn the rift. So you would have ran mid immediately. And that might have saved Zed's life. I don't get what you're trying to do here. I see no reason to be going towards the river. Fiddle could be at Raptors, healing back up or recalled. You got the result, but it was very close. If Fiddle healed up at jungle camp, you'll just be wasting your time. Cyan is coming. You can kite this towards mid. The terrain around here is difficult for Cyan to engage on you. You got the shutdown gold, so you have plenty of gold in your pocket. You're not in good condition and zoned out of top jungle. Cyan could have cleared your top side. You have full camps and dragon at bot. So you should have recalled and clear bot as you examine if anything good happens. Unlike before where you had the option to go bot or top, you're forced into bot. So why not be in best condition possible in case of a teamfight at dragon? You need to kite the monster towards your next jungle camp. You can cut precious few seconds for every camp by doing this. I'll skip the Krug clear. You did well to cancel your recall as soon as you saw the vision jungle fruit being used at bot jungle. Fiddle is bot, so caring for enemy gank is nice play. But you should be recalling at tri-bush as you watch over bot. Pyke is without ult from fight earlier when you were pushed away from Cyan. Bot is still losing. You have too much gold to spend against a fed Fiddle. So you're not looking for a fight, but just looking to pressure enemy away if they gank. And that is why you died when you tried to get Fiddle. You see Fiddle in your jungle. In high elo, because Ahri have the lead and no wave to push, she would have roamed into your jungle with him, but it seems Fiddle is invading when Ahri was returning to lane from base. And bot just cleared a wave. So it's 4v3 fight. Fiddle is overextending. Engaging on him is the correct call. You saw Cyan and Ahri take down Zed. You have no mid, and Cyan is close to the river. You have no vision in the river. So you just have to assume the scuttle is taken. So entering the river is a mistake already. To make it worse, you ping for assistance. They have an additional player which includes fed Fiddle. So you're asking for teamfight that you can never win. And this play was the final blow. They pushed your top turrets easily with the rift and snowballed from there. And that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching.